Welcome back to Epic Top 10's, where we take you on a nostalgic journey through the most iconic moments in pop culture. Today, we're diving into the electrifying world of the 1980s, a decade that gave us some of the most unforgettable movie soundtracks of all time. From synth-heavy beats to power ballads, these soundtracks didn't just complement the films, they became cultural phenomena. So, grab your Walkman, rewind the cassette, and let's count down the top 10 best 80s movie soundtracks that still rock today. 10. Footloose, 1984. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Footloose, the movie that made us all want to cut loose and dance like nobody was watching. With Kenny Loggins' iconic title track, Footloose, and Denise Williams' soulful, Let's Hear It for the Boy, this soundtrack was pure 80s energy. It's impossible to hear these songs without picturing Kevin Bacon busting moves in that warehouse. 9. The Lost Boys, 1987. At number 9, we have The Lost Boys, a vampire flick with a killer soundtrack. Featuring tracks like Cry Little Sister by Gerard McMahon and People Are Strange by Echo and the Bunnymen, this album perfectly captured the dark, edgy vibe of the film. It's a must-listen for anyone who loves a mix of goth and rock. 8. Dirty Dancing, 1987. Coming in at number 8 is Dirty Dancing, the soundtrack that had everyone practicing their lifts in the living room. With hits like I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes, and Hungry Eyes by Eric Carmen, this album was a chart-topping sensation. It's the ultimate feel-good soundtrack that still gets people on the dance floor. 7. Top Gun, 1986. At number 7, we're taking to the skies with Top Gun. This soundtrack was a perfect blend of high-octane energy and heartfelt emotion. Who can forget Berlin's Take My Breath Away, or Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone? These songs defined the 80s and still give us goosebumps today. 6. Purple Rain, 1984. Landing at number 6 is Purple Rain, the soundtrack that solidified Prince as a musical genius. With tracks like When Doves Cry and the title track, Purple Rain, this album was a masterpiece. It's not just a soundtrack, it's a timeless work of art that continues to inspire generations. 5. Beverly Hills Cop, 1984. At number 5, we have Beverly Hills Cop, a soundtrack that brought the heat with its synth-driven beats. Harold Faltermeyer's Axel F became an instant classic, and tracks like The Heat Is On by Glenn Frey added to the album's infectious energy. It's the perfect backdrop for Eddie Murphy's comedic genius. 4. The Breakfast Club, 1985. Taking the number 4 spot is The Breakfast Club. This soundtrack captured the angst and rebellion of teenage life in the 80s. Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me is the anthem of a generation, and the rest of the album perfectly complements the film's emotional depth. 3. Flashdance, 1983. At number 3, we're breaking out the leg warmers with Flashdance. This soundtrack was a cultural phenomenon, thanks to hits like Flashdance, What a Feeling by Irene Cara and Maniac by Michael Sembello. It's the ultimate workout playlist and a reminder of the 80s, bold, unapologetic style. 2. Back to the Future, 1985. Coming in at number 2 is Back to the Future, a soundtrack that's as timeless as the film itself. With Huey Lewis and the News, The Power of Love, and Alan Silvestri's iconic score, this album is a perfect blend of rock and orchestral brilliance. It's a trip down memory lane every time you hit play. 1. Ghostbusters, 1984. And finally, at number 1, we have Ghostbusters, the soundtrack that's as fun and quirky as the movie itself. Ray Parker Jr.'s title track is instantly recognizable, and the rest of the album is packed with catchy tunes that capture the film's playful spirit. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. And there you have it, the top 10 best 80s movie soundtracks that still rock today. Did your favorite make the list? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Epic Top 10's for more nostalgic countdowns. Until next time, keep rocking those 80s.